What up, y'all? It's your girl, Keisha, coming back with another episode of A Deeper Dive with Key. I hope you guys are having an awesome week, and it's getting off to a productive start. Wishing you so many peace and blessings, especially if you just came here to listen to my show. Shout out to, all the people who have started following my YouTube page. I definitely appreciate you listening and watching my podcast. And we'll be back on video soon enough. I do want to go back on video when I can do a better production and not just record on my phone. So for now, we will just be doing audio only, and the audio will also be uploaded on my YouTube channel. But I definitely appreciate anybody who has just subscribed to my channel. I've gained some subscribers since my page has really gone up on TikTok, so I am definitely appreciative, and I just want to, start the episode off with gratitude, because no matter how big I get, no matter what I ever accomplish, I always want to be rooted in gratitude, because I have been through some times where I was down. So we always want to start this episode and end this episode with gratitude and love to whoever watches, whoever listens, whoever shares this, whoever resonates. I'm grateful for you. So anyway, let's talk. I do want to start off by getting into this Chris Brown situation. We talked about this a couple of episodes ago. And he just released text messages and audio of the girl basically begging for Diddy. And basically, she was just harassing him. He wasn't responding to her. Oh, baby, can we do it again? Do you have some e-pills? She was just texting him back to back, sending him unsolicited, nasty pictures, all types of stuff. And he's not answering you back, sis. Get some help. Don't try to ruin his career. And you know what's so crazy? It's he's had a scarlet letter on his back since the Rihanna situation. Rihanna has forgiven him, Rihanna has forgave him and has moved past. She got a whole baby on the way, and she got a whole man, and she has forgave him. The person that it happened to has actually forgave him. They're actually friends. They're cool. So it's why are y'all still pressed about it? It was a bad thing. I think he's more than paid his due to society. So it's let him just, begin again. And just get that, scarlet letter off his back, because people make mistakes. People have a lapse of judgment. And I kid you not, if everybody, the things that they've done in the dark, if everybody's stuff comes to the light, everybody would have a little scarlet letter on their back. We all done some effed up things, So I'm not saying what he ever did was right, but it's come on. How many years ago was that? She's healed. She's moved on. He's trying to move on. And it's every time he do something, he don't be on Instagram like that. He don't be tweeting no more. He don't be wilding out publicly. Occasionally he might go back and forth, but he don't even really go back and forth with nobody. Chris Brown literally be minding his own business. He be doing his own thing. He be taking care of his kids and minding his own business, making his music. Y'all just need to leave that man alone. Come on, leave that man alone. Come on. Just leave that man alone. I don't understand. And just like I said, in the last the last episode, I'm saying video because it was posted on YouTube too. Just like I said in the last thing, he needs to have discernment on who he's messing around with. You can't keep messing around. I think it's time to settle down. You're in your 30s. I think it's time to relax on all the randoms. I feel you've gotten more than enough. If you still need to do it with so many girls, you need to seek a little help for sex addiction. Because, like, you got to be selective with your peen. Like, you can't be out here just dropping dick off everywhere, like, with everybody, as you can see. So, hopefully, this is a lesson to him that he needs to be selective. Like, even I ain't even gonna talk on his baby's mothers, but come on, be selective. Like, find you a nice girl, a real nice girl, like, have discernment. Like, not a fake nice girl, not a girl pretending to be a nice girl that stalks all your exes. Like, no, get you a nice girl, settle down. I know he ain't gonna never hear this, but, like, I'm gonna just put it out there. Like, because clearly you ain't got no homegirls putting you up on game. Your aunties not giving you no game or something. Or if they are, it ain't working. Because, like, stop messing with all these random girls. Like, you've been famous too long. They are dragging you down. Like, they are dragging you down. Like, stop having community peen. Like, you sat up on that Justin show and said you were selective, and clearly you not selective enough, because, like, this girl shouldn't even have access to you. Like, she shouldn't even have access to you. Like, you need to vet these girls better. It ain't about taking their phone no more. It ain't about, because if you make these girls mad, they can just turn and do whatever. Like, girls are a little ruthless. Like, as a woman, like, some of these girls, and I'm a woman myself, some of these girls, you piss them off. They say the most hateful, heinous things, and it's just like, they act like that's okay. Just because you're angry, you can't say nobody raped you because you're angry. That is crazy. So I hope he get his justice. He said he's planning on, taking this to the furthest end of the law, as he should. Because you got to make an example. Like, Emmett Till, a kid, literally got murdered for a lie that a white woman told, that she held on her soul after all this time. She held on to that before her deathbed, and then she just wanted to free herself before she died. Like, she held that shit on for years, like damn near 50 plus years. She held that fucking secret in and ruined this boy's legacy, ruined his life, and they knew it wasn't true. Like, really, like, he has no life. He could have been an old man right now, and he never got the chance. He was floating in some water. Like, I had to do a project. I think it was like in the 3rd grade. No, it was in the 6th grade. I had to do a project on Emmett Till. And it was just, like, really disgusting, like, how badly they beat him and killed him. Like, it was an overkill. And they didn't, like, nothing happened to them. Like, do y'all understand that, like, people used to just get away with killing black people? Like, just get away with just killing black people for no reason, making up a reason. He whistled at a white girl. Even if he whistled, he didn't slap her butt. He didn't follow her. He didn't harass her. He just said, "Oh, you cute." And he didn't even do that. He didn't even do that. So who's to say what she did? Maybe she thought he was cute. Maybe she tried to make a pass at him, and he was like, "Nah, my mama told me, mind my business." Like, and we'll never know. So it's like, that's just crazy to me. And because I have so many, like, boy cousins and boy little nephews, like, I'm scared for them, because these women out here are ruthless. And one person lied one time, like, that's a perfect, like, sexual assault. That is not, that's nothing to take lightly. Like, y'all can't be lying on people's name out here. Like, he got a whole daughter, and, like, he already got that scarlet letter on his back for the domestic violence with Rihanna. Like, y'all keep playing with this man. And, like, even that, like, it's like he has a permanent black cloud over him. Like, even in that case, like, it just follows him. Like, he loses his temper one time. Now every girl to get some money, oh, he hit me. Oh, he ripped my wig off. Oh, he did this. Oh, he did that. I'm wishing him the best. I'm wishing him much healing energy, and to get better people around him. Because, like, if you have better people around, like, you, like, these little LA girls, these little girls from different states that be thirsty, like, you need to pray for discernment, better judge of character. Shoot, you might need to take a break and be abstinent for a while, because, child, these girls is And then that's messed up, because then that'll make somebody have trust issues. So shoot, will he ever even meet his wife? He probably be so scared to even talk to a girl, because all this, like, every time he breathes, somebody coming up with an allegation. And, like, this is, like, the worst one. Somebody out of the country made up one. Now this is a reoccurring thing. And, like, with the talks of other celebrities doing all of this, like, it just make him fall victim. It's just messed up. I just feel like, if girls lie, they need to get the same penalty as the accused, like, or worse, because, like, a lie can ruin somebody's life. A lie can stick on somebody forever. I seen Lil Duval basically saying how, like, people will call it out and, oh, he needs to be locked up, da-da-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. But then when the truth comes out, they just act like it never happened. And they really do. Like, Lil Duval was right. Like, they act like it didn't happen. Like, oh, Chris Brown thinks, like, he deserves his apology. Like, come on. You posted that shit too, Shade Room. Just because you write allegedly, shit, you shouldn't even ran that story. I just feel like even our black media, you shouldn't even run that story until you know the truth. Don't run the news until you know the truth. Like, even when it's alleged, like, don't run that shit until you know the truth. Because that can ruin somebody's life. And that's ruining his life. His life already been kind of ruined. He been trying to rebuild it. And it's just like, that's crazy. I feel sorry for him. But in other news, I was going to make a video. I might still put a video on my TikTok, my little TikTok. But I was just going to make a video about this whole Tyler Perry situation. As you know, if you follow me on TikTok, 2 of my videos, actually 3 of my videos have been going viral. And so they went, like, barely viral, like, last week. And then I don't know what happened, but TikTok started re-pushing them. So, like, the one about basically, what is it called? The Creator Fund video. That one, when I'm doing, like, a voiceover and stuff, that one is at, like, 1.4 million views. The Tyler Perry one is almost at 1 million. It's like 800 something thousand views. I've had over, like, combined with all my videos, and this is not even accurate because my page is growing so fast that, like, TikTok can't communicate. It can't calculate it because it's not accurate. So it doesn't make sense that it says I had over 2 million views this week. When one video has 1.4, one video has 800,000, like, that's more than 2 million views. And then I have another video that's at over 300,000. And then I have a video that has, like, I think, like, 67 something thousand. And like, my combined video views, I'm sure, like, if I'm just doing the math, like, off the back, in the last 2 weeks, my videos have probably garnered about 4 million views, if I had to guess. But we're currently sitting at almost 50,000 followers, which is fucking wild that almost 50,000 people follow me. And 500,000 likes. Like, this is crazy. But I do want to talk about, like, the Tyler Perry video. Because, you know, occasionally I stopped reading comments because I had a video that started trying to go viral about me, you know, saying that I believe I'm gonna be a billionaire, that I'm a billionaire, and it's just gonna catch up with me. It was so many comments that were like basically trying to put me down, so I don't even read them. I read like maybe one or two, and I've seen enough. So that, like, when it, like, I just kept seeing paragraphs, I stopped reading the comments, and I started deleting all the comments. But, well, I didn't start deleting all the comments. I started deleting, like, the notification for the comment. So, like, in your activity feed, you can see, like, where you get comments. So, if I seen, like, long paragraphs from that video, I would just move it to the side and delete the notification so I won't see it. So, I hadn't really been reading comments. And so, I started reading comments again because now my Tyler Perry post is being reboosted by TikTok and pushed. And so I've seen a couple of comments like, "Oh, you're a hater." Da 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 da. I've seen like maybe like 3 comments. I ain't even gonna say I've seen a whole bunch because I don't really read the comments, and it's so many comments that I can't get back to. I wanted to go back through that post and start, you know, liking and talking to people, because on that post it's the most positive comments. Like, as far as like towards me. Usually people are kiki-keying, saying something funny. And so reading those comments are really funny. But I kind of stopped because I started seeing like a couple of negative comments. "Oh, you're this, you're that," just making assumptions about my character because the series was called Tyler Perry Must Be Stopped. And when I say Tyler Perry must be stopped, I don't mean stop his bag. Like, it's like a joking term. Like, okay, you must be stopped. You tripping, you know? Like, it's a funny thing. It's not that I want to stop his bag. Not like he stopped Monique's bag. I would never want to stop Tyler Perry's bag. But I believe that, like, as Black creators, and especially as a Black creator in position, that you have a level, how can I put this? You have a level of responsibility after a while. Like, okay, you made your bag now off of, you know, this rhetoric. Now, how are you going to move the culture forward? How are you going to expand, you know, film? I think now that you've got your chops, I just think it's about time that, like, Tyler Perry starts employing other writers. I think, like, Tyler Perry has definitely monopolized Black writing, in a sense that, like, he has so many shows, and I appreciate the fact that I appreciate and respect the fact that he employs so many Black people. But when you think about all the people he employed, you got to think about one person in particular that he has made it very difficult to get employed. Like, we gotta look at the whole spectrum. I don't look at just, you know, one thing. I see the duality of life. I see the good in him, and I see, you know, negative aspects of him. And with that whole Monique situation, him and Oprah, like, that was messed up. Like, that was messed up. And your silence is complicit. The back talking in the rooms is complicit. No matter what you thought about it, like, people think that because you're a Black woman, or because you want to get on, or because you want to, like, you have to compromise, you know, your boundaries. Like, it was her boundaries to want to spend time with her kids, and you're trying to make her work for free. Like, that's her boundary. That's a hard no for her. And her babies were little at the time. So she wants to spend time with her man and her kids. This is precious time that you can't get back. You want her to be touring around the country and y'all not paying this lady. Like, she has a family to take care of. Oh, if you just shuck and jive right now, you gonna get everything. And that's the problem. It's two people who have done the dance to get in position, and now they're billionaires, but they don't recognize that they're still shucking and driving. They still, they're kind of pigeonholed into these positions like, yeah, you got the money now. And it's just like, come on. Like, it's really like, come on. Like, BT, they get mad, or they feel away because we don't hold them to the pristine that we did once hold them. Like, BT Awards meant something a while ago. Like 20 years ago, BT Awards meant something. But as, the time goes on, like, it just, like, the value of that show, the value of that show did deteriorate. Because look how y'all did your own. Like, if Tyler, like, if she lost all her things, like, okay, so with being blackballed, like, if nobody else would employ her, our own should have employed her. And I don't even think BT is black owned no more. So it's like, yes, black entertainment television, but it might have a black person on the board, in position. But I think he sold, like, the person that originally owned BT don't even run it. Like, it's a lot of black people in top positions there, but it's not even fully black owned no more. So, and when it's no longer black owned, you see what happens. But yeah, I'm happy that, like, 50 Cent is trying to champion behind Miss Monique, because, like, come on. Like, they did her wrong, like, for so many years. She has more than paid for what they thought was, like, and, like, let's talk about it. Like, we got to stop painting this narrative. If you know what you're worth, that, like, you have to be demonized or vilified. Like, for example, like, even on that video, it was a stitch with this girl saying, like, she's going to be the first millionaire in her family, have that, crazy disbelief, be delusional. It doesn't matter. And so when I made the stitch to her, I wasn't thinking nothing about it. Like, I really liked that video. And I was like, no, but dead ass. And I started showing screenshots of, like, messages and stuff that I would post that said, like, I'm going to be a billionaire. I don't know why I know this, that I'm a billionaire, and it's just waiting to load up. But I said what I said. And you can't believe, like, I stopped reading the comments after, like, maybe the second or third bad comment. I stopped reading them. Let me actually not lie. Maybe I read maybe like 4 comments. One was talking shit about my weight. What does that have to do with me becoming a billionaire? Like, I can lose weight, but you can't overcome your mental illness from commenting on a stranger's page that you don't know to write negativity. And now you're blocked. I don't even respond to the bullshit. Now you're blocked. But, it was a person saying, like, well, what are you doing? Or da-da-da-da. Like, why would I tell you? Like, what do I have to tell you what big plans I have? Why? So you can shit on them too? Like, for what? For why? Okay. And then it's like people talking about, oh, billionaires are bad. Billionaires are this people. You cannot become a billionaire without ethically, compromising yourself. And a lot of y'all are broke. So it's like, why y'all talking about money that don't got nothing to do with y'all? Like, a lot of y'all that y'all operating from a lack mindset. Money is not evil. And I feel like a lot of people, vilify money or vilify wealth because they're used to being in a poverty mindset. Like, money is not evil. the love and obsession of money is evil, but money is not evil. But it's so crazy. Like, I'm trying to tie it back in that, like, how they will vilify a person for knowing their worth. Like, how dare this fat black woman think that she is worthy of becoming a billionaire? How dare she? Like, bitch, what do you do? Like, that's how they was coming at me in the comments. Like, bitch, what do you do? And I don't owe you shit. I'm a billionaire. My bank account is just catching up, and I said what I said. Like, what? Like, what is this? Like, it ain't up for debate. And the crazy thing is, I'm seeing a lot of black people in my comments pushing me down. I am seeing some taking up for me, but I'm seeing a lot of black. Like, why do we do that to each other? Like even with the Monique situation, like, why do we put each other down because we know our worth? Like, how dare you know your worth? How dare you not shuck and jive? How dare you just authentically be yourself and get everything that your heart desires? Like, how fucking dare you? Like, how dare you love yourself unapologetically? And that's so weird to me, because there's so many people that hate themselves clearly. Like, clearly. And, you know, I was on live the other day, and shout out to Gray. If you ever listen to my podcast, look, I gave you a shout out. Okay. Shout out to Gray, but he was asking about, like, fears in my life. And I asked him what his was back. Well, his or they. I don't know what their pronouns are. But I asked them what their fears were. And they said their fear was being forgotten. And it made me, like, really think of how people are on social media, or the need for success, the need for fame when it comes to social media and things, because people don't want to be forgotten. People want to do something of impact. Everybody wants to feel important, you know? And I think, like, that I'm sorry, I keep saying his, their fear is a fear that many people may share, because it made me think of, like, the bad comments differently. Like, when people leave just hateful, mean comments, like, they want to do something to feel important, whether they have to say the most evilest, vile shit in your comments. They just want to feel important. They want to ruin your day. They want to mess up your whole day. And they want to stick with you. They want you to remember them. They want to feel important. And it just makes me think about how many people are on social media and everybody wants to be famous. You might not do nothing of importance, but you want to be famous. You want to go viral. You want to, you know, feel a level of importance. You want to feel a level of influence. That's why so many influencers, because everybody wants to feel influential. And, you know, I don't know, just that alone, like the fear of being forgotten, it just made me think of, like, how people leave, like, evil ass comments, and, like, maybe they have that fear too. Like, they just don't want to be forgotten, so they're gonna try to, you know, get in your head any way that they can. It's just crazy. Like, this whole little, you know, going viral repeatedly and stuff. And, it's, very interesting. It's very new to me. I'm used to a lot of eyes on me that's not following, but I'm not used to this many eyes. So, you know, I'm still adapting. I'm still learning how to navigate. And I receive what is positive, and I repel what is negative. And I'm getting good at this. I'm getting, you know, better at this. You know, I'm grateful, you know, how I made this episode about the slow cook success. And it's so crazy. After I made that video, that, like, you know, I'm cool with having the slow cook success. I'm cool with it taking a little bit longer. Then shit just started to rapidly happen for me. But with the slow, you know, even with as rapid things, it ain't happening that rapidly, but as rapid as things are starting to happen for me, at least on the social media aspect, I'm glad that like God has allowed it to kind of be little by little. Like, yeah, overnight it's been tons of followers, but it's like little by little. Like, first it was a post that did like 64,000. Then it was a post that did, a couple 100,000. Then, they got repushed. Now they're at 1 million and stuff. So it's like slowly a build up, even though it's been happening faster and faster. It's been a slow build up, So I was able to see, with that first video that did a big chunk of views, okay, I'm starting to get bad comments. Like, oh, I stopped reading the comments. Or when you catch yourself about to just go off on the handle, like you stop and you think and you like, why am I giving my power to them? I'm just going to wish them well. It's easier to, like, I know it's harder for your ego to wish somebody well, but like, you take your power back, because I feel like anger or writing like negative things, I feel like that takes more energy towards you. And I feel like being able to shift your mindset and wish somebody well that wishes you harm or wishes you evil, is so powerful. Like, to be like, you know what? I hope all your dreams come true. You think I'm going to be a failure? Well, I hope you get everything that you want and desire. Like, that shit is powerful. Now I see why Tabitha Brown be praying for folks and wishing them well, because it's so, like, it might be a damper to your ego in the moment, but you have to recognize, like, how much power you hold to present positivity in a negative situation. Like, shit change, and like it's really about your perspective. So yeah, and that, I don't know why I'm so like congested. But in that instance, that's how I'm taking the approach. But I do want to, interact more with like people who follow me and things like that. It's just sometimes difficult with like so much stuff. Like, it's duality in everything. So it's like you see some negative, you see some positive, and it's just like, I almost don't want to read nothing. Like, even though it's positive within it, it's like, you're going to get some negative, you're going to get some positive, but it's like after a while, you don't even want to read anything, because you are vibrating so high that you don't want to see the negativity. You don't want to see what people think about you, because like, I don't care what you think about me. And now I'm going to think about this shit all day, and I really don't give a fuck. So let me not even read this shit, And, I was just laughing because, like, this person, she left, like, a few comments because she was offended on a post. She followed me, but then she called me a hater on my post. So it's like, bitch, why are you following me? And you think I'm a hater? I wouldn't follow nobody that I think is a hater. Like, that's just my personal opinion. Like, why would I follow somebody that I think is a hater, that I think is hateful? Clearly I'm not, but it's just weird. And then I also caught myself doing what I don't like. Like, yeah, I started trolling people that were being like hateful or rude, and like making little funny posts about people who are still going to my comments, and I literally wasn't reading them. But I wanted to stop that and nip that in the bud, because I don't want to be this page that's like, oh, defensive. I'm going to keep making the content that I like, which has allowed me to take off, which I didn't do intentionally. I feel like when I was intentionally making content, it wasn't doing well. But when I unintentionally just started making stuff for me, making stuff for my own enjoyment, that's when shit just really started to blow up for me. And so I want to just get back to that, and I don't want to address like the negativity. Like, that last video I said, can y'all just stop commenting? Like, people really stopped commenting on that post about the billionaire post. But I'm not going to I'm making a conscious effort that I'm not going to address like hateful shit no more, or like, troll people back, or like I didn't troll them hard, but I made content, but like it's straying away from what was getting my page the love and getting my page, more views and stuff. So I'm just going to stay true to myself, and like, I don't want to be that type of person with a big following that always address like the negativity. I don't want to be like a Cardi B. Like, no offense to Cardi B. I know that it gotta be hard with that many people following you, and because you still read the comments and stuff, it's after a while you gotta Beyonce it and not even like comments, negative or positive and stuff, because it's so much shit. Like, you can't really filter or differentiate what's good or bad, because it's so much coming in at once. Like, my notifications are finally starting to mellow out, but like, it got to a point where it's like thousands of notifications, like hundreds and thousands of notifications just keep coming. And it's kind of overwhelming, because especially because I don't talk to nobody. Like, I don't really talk to nobody. Nobody is hitting up my phone. And that's why, speaking of notifications and shit, we about to end this podcast soon. I don't want it to be too long. But speaking of notifications and shit, like, I never, especially now that like my platform has grown so much on TikTok, like, I never understood why people used to have them text messages that say 105 people text me to send a screenshot of what they texting. Like, do you think you cool for not answering people messages? Like, do you think like you're like, people like to feel important. People like to feel validated because they got 1,000 something unread text messages. That's stupid. Don't give people your number that you don't want to contact you. I don't fucking give people my number that I don't want to contact them. Like, that's weird. And like, clean up your notifications. Like, that's fucking petty as hell. Like, people want to seem like they just popular because they got 400 text messages that is unread. That's weird to me. That's some weirdo behavior. And I feel like everybody just want to feel like they too cool. Like, oh, I don't answer text messages. You want a cookie for having bad communication skills? The fuck? That's weird. Yeah. But I hope you guys have a blessed day. After I said, that's weird. But I hope y'all have a blessed week. I hope you found some comic relief. You found some truth. You found, duality in this post. And that's what I want to give to the world, is duality. I want to show you the negative and the positive. I want to show you that, like, everything is not just black and white. And, I think when I used to operate in just only just peace and love, like, I had to recognize that, like, life is more than just peace and love. Like, yeah, you gonna have some kumbaya moments, but you also gonna have some fucked up moments. You also gonna have some negative moments, and you also gonna have some sad, and you gonna have, that's the duality of life. Like, it's duality, baby. That's gonna be the name of this episode. It's duality, baby, because we talked about a lot of shit up in this. But yeah, that's what I want to give to social media, is just like the duality of life, calling out the good, but also calling out the bad, and like holding, shit accountable. I love television and film, so we gonna definitely get into the good films that I like, the bad films that I don't like. Like, I feel like if people really go through my page, like, even if they seen that one video that blew up about Tyler Perry, they know I don't fucking hate him. Like, I watch his shows, and it's my honest critique, my honest opinion, So, obviously, I like him in some way as a content creator, because I do watch Sisters, and I do watch certain shows. So, yeah, here's to, like, only focusing on things that are in your control, and it's really your attitude. So have an attitude of gratitude, y'all, and focus on what's in your control. Like, don't be worrying about the petty bull crap. Like, and that's really what it is. I hope y'all have a blessed week. I know I already said that, and stay up. Bye.